Week 3 of the NFL season is over, and overall, I felt like Week 3 was a pretty good week. I mean, we had some close games, some very good games, a few upsets here and there. So, Week 3, in my opinion, was a pretty good week, besides maybe the primetime games. I thought all three of them were really kind of meh. I thought that maybe the Ravens and Chiefs should have been one. Texans, Chargers could have been one. Like late in the season, the NFL allows to flex games, put the more interesting games on prime time. I don't know why that isn't the case all year long. Like, who in the world would want to watch the Redskins take on the Bears? I said this is my prediction video, and I'm going to stick to it. That game was very bad. Case Keenum just showed the nation what he's all about, and that is a backup quarterback at best. Like, I would have much rather seen Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson on Monday Night Football. I would have rather watched Phillip Rivers versus Deshaun Watson on Sunday Night Football. Come on. Give us good matchups. That's pretty much my only complaint about Week 3, but let's get to recapping these games. First game, Thursday Night Football game. Titans at Jaguars. I had the Titans winning this game, but oh my god. Gardner Minshew is a future Hall of Famer. He's the best thing ever. Tom Brady, who? Nah, but Gardner Minshew, he played better than I thought he would. I honestly think the only reason why the Titans lost this game was because of Adoree Jackson's muffed punt that set up the Jaguars in pretty much great scoring position. They scored a touchdown on the very next play. So I think if that wouldn't have happened, I think the Titans probably would have won this game. I think that one play was huge. It kind of shocked the Titans in a way, because after those first 14 points, Gardner Minshew didn't really do much. And in fact, if Adoree Jackson doesn't muff that punt, Mike Vrabel doesn't go for it on fourth down and kicks a field goal instead, making the game 10-13 in a way. So it would have been way easier for the Titans to manage the game. Because the Titans, they're a team that has to play with the lead. Once they get behind by a little bit, even just 14 points for instance, it's over for them. They're a run first team, win with defense type of team. Next game, Lions at Eagles. Man, Detroit's undefeated right now. They should actually be 3-0, but right now they're sitting at 2-0-1. But they beat the Eagles. The Eagles were banged up, and given the Eagles did have quite a bit of drops in this game, but still, the Lions went into Philly, found a way to win, and are now 2-0-1. That's crazy, man. Who in the world would have thought that the Lions would be undefeated after 3 weeks? I'm sure even Lions fans weren't predicting a start this good. I'm sure they'd like that week 1 game back, because that'd be 3-0. But still, 2-0-1, that's really good for the Lions, especially when you consider these past 2 weeks they've played the Chargers and Eagles, 2 playoff teams. Next game, Jets versus Patriots. Patriots won this one pretty easily. They won 30-14. I'm pretty sure we all expected this from the Patriots. The Jets, they're not very good right now, especially with their starting quarterback out. The Jets are 0-3, the Patriots are 3-0, and Patriots are actually looking very, very good right now. Again, I guess. Next game, Raiders versus Vikings. The Vikings won 34-14. Pretty easy win for the Vikings. I mean, it was expected. They got a good defense. They got Dalvin Cook, probably the best running back this season as of right now. But nonetheless, it was a pretty easy win for the Vikings, and now the Vikings are 2-1, a game and a half behind the Green Bay Packers, and I think it's half a game behind the Lions, surprisingly, and kind of tied with the Bears. So the NFC North is a pretty competitive division right now. It's interesting. I wasn't expecting the Lions to even be in that mix, honestly. But still, still early. We'll see how this division will play out, but definitely worth keeping an eye on this division. Next game, Ravens at Chiefs. The Chiefs won 33-28. I mean, I was expecting the Chiefs to win, but I feel like this game could have been better if the refs didn't interfere. Like, there was so many moments where the refs blatantly screwed over the Ravens. You had the Mahomes interception. You had the Mahomes horse collar, which was very bad. They called back a huge Gus Edwards run. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Chiefs won, and I think they would have won regardless, but I just hate when referees make games about themselves. Like, ain't no one came or turned on the TV to watch your old ass throw flags. We're watching Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson, two very good young quarterbacks. No one cares about your shitty flags. So, I think that game was honestly kind of ruined in a way. This game could have been so much closer, but referees like to be the center of attention sometimes, I guess. Next game, Falcons at Colts. Jesus, man. Atlanta got dotted up by Jacoby Brissett. That has got to be embarrassing. I mean, the Falcons, in the second half, they tried coming back, but at the end, they just couldn't stop Jacoby Brissett. At some point here, I fully expect Jacoby Brissett to fall back into reality, into that mediocre quarterback that he is. Because he's really been playing pretty decently as of late, and that is not who Jacoby Brissett is, in my opinion. So at some point, fully expect him to fall back into reality, like a lot of these other teams as well. Next game, Broncos at Packers. Packers won 27-16. I expected the Packers to go in there into the game and kind of just beat the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos really stood a chance in this game. And what's surprising is Vic Fangio is known as one of the best defensive minds in the game, but so far, after 3 games, Von Miller and Chubb haven't really done much. That's really surprising. I guess Fangio's just another one of those guys like Wade Phillips, like Romeo Crennel, like Gus Bradley, like all these other coordinators that are very good coordinators, but once they become a head coach, they suck. I guess Fangio falls under that same category, but the Packers are 3-0, and they're leading their division, and I fully expect them to come out on top at the end. Next game, Dolphins at Cowboys. The Cowboys won 31-6. This game was actually very close at halftime. I believe it was 10-6, but then the Cowboys finally woke up and, put the Dolphins away. But still, I don't know how in the world the Dolphins kept up with them in the first half, but Dolphins still got blown out Not as bad as the previous 2 weeks, but it still got beat pretty easily. The Cowboys are currently 3-0, and they've played a pretty easy schedule. They played Eli Manning's Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. So far, a very easy schedule for the Cowboys. I want to see them go up against an actual good team. Not sure when that'll happen, but still. Dolphins, I mean, they're in tank mode. That's pretty much all you could say about them. Games like this, 31-6, is honestly probably the closest they'll come to a win all season. I actually believe the Dolphins will go 0-16 this season. Next game, Bengals at Bills. Bills won this one 21-17. Bills were actually up 14-0 at one point, and at one point they were actually down 17-14. So I don't know what happened there, but again, this Bills defense keeps dominating. Josh Allen is doing just enough to win, and the Bills are 3-0. The Bengals are 0-3. The Bengals are who we thought they were, one of the worst teams in the league, and the Bills are low-key kind of a surprise team to some people. But the Bills this following week, they play the New England Patriots, so I'm expecting them to fall back into reality and take a big L versus the Patriots. Next game, Giants versus Buccaneers. Oh man, Daniel Jones. I wasn't expecting Daniel Jones to go in there and ball out how he did, but man, did he ball out. Remember when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones 6th overall? And I mean every single person. I don't think there's a single person that actually thought that was a good move. Everyone criticized that move, even Giants fans themselves. Giants fans, if you're saying that you liked the Daniel Jones pick, you were either lying or you're just delusional. Because let's be honest, even though Daniel Jones is balling out right now, no one expected Daniel Jones to be good. I mean, yes, it's only one game and some preseason games, but still though, everyone expected Daniel Jones to be terrible. But he went in there, he balled out, he got the win. But I think the bigger story is Saquon Barkley. Barkley's expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, he'll be back, but still missing your best player for that long is never a good thing. So now it's straight up going to be all Daniel Jones in New York. The Buccaneers, though, man, they could have won this game. They were in field goal range. Well, they were deep in field goal range, meaning like that should have been an easy field goal. But then Bruce Arians decides to take a delay game penalty to make the kick easier for his kicker, and the kicker ended up missing. Yeah, that's just bad game management in my opinion. I don't know what Bruce Arians was thinking there, and I really like Bruce Arians, so yeah. The Giants, though, they got their first win of the season. Next game, Panthers at Cardinals. I had the Cardinals winning this game, but the Panthers won this one pretty convincingly. They won 38-20, and it was all because of Kyle Allen, second-year quarterback. I'll be real, Kyle Allen sucks. Oh man, he threw 4 touchdowns. Oh yeah, last year he beat the Saints in week 17 against backups. Kyle Allen ain't good, man. He stares down his first read. He holds the ball too long. He takes forever to throw. He only mostly throws to the right side of the field. Yeah. No. No. Kyle Allen's giving you guys false hope. He's not good. But the Panthers still won. Christian McCaffrey's still a threat. Panthers are sitting at 1-2. And honestly, I don't think their season is really going anywhere. Next game, Steelers versus 49ers. The Steelers are now 0-3. The Steelers are looking like a team that's going to be picking top 5 in the NFL draft. But wait, the Steelers traded away their first round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick did play well this game, but still, you traded away a top 5 pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. You could have used that top 5 pick on a quarterback. Big Ben has been contemplating retirement since like 2017. Big Ben is now out for the season. Big Ben will probably never be the same. I just think that's bad franchise managing by the Steelers, in my opinion. I think that was a big mistake. If Big Ben was still healthy, obviously, you make the trade. But right now, Niners, though, they're 3-0. They're kind of just beating the teams that they're supposed to be beating. But Jimmy G, remember back in 2017 when everyone thought that Jimmy G was going to be the next big thing? Yeah. He is not looking very good this season, so that's a little bit concerning. They gave him all that money, and he's scrubbing it up. Maybe injuries are taking a toll on him. Not too sure, but so far, Jimmy G, he ain't the next big thing. Next game, Saints at Seahawks. Saints won this one 33-27. I did not watch this game. I don't know what in the world happened. I do know they had like a punt return and a interception returned. So there was that, but it's just a bad loss for the Seahawks. Like, I don't know how in the world you lose to Teddy Bridgewater. That is yikes, in my opinion. But if you're the Saints, hey, that's good, man. You got a win you weren't supposed to get against a very good team. So now you're 2-1, keeping this team in contention until Drew Brees gets back. That's what Teddy Bridgewater has to do. And hey, he did just enough to win. So if you're a Saints fan, I would be very happy with the outcome. Texans at Chargers. Texans won this one 27-20. Chargers went up 17-3. Texans scored 20 unanswered points in the second half, and they ended up beating the Chargers. Got a stop there at the end. The Chargers, they're an extremely injured team, but I still expect them to make the playoffs. Texans, Chargers, I'm expecting them to play, or possibly play again, come January. Rams at Browns. Rams won 20-13. I thought the Browns did a good job on limiting the Rams. And Baker Mayfield, yikes. I guess he has this sophomore slump, or maybe he just wasn't a very good quarterback to begin with. You can blame the O-line, but special quarterbacks like Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, they find ways to make it work without an O-line. Baker Mayfield, I guess, just isn't a special quarterback. Bears at Redskins. Bears destroyed the Redskins 31-15. Redskins never stood a chance. Case Keenum played like Case Keenum. Terrible. Yeah, the Redskins are 0-3. Their season's over. Their season never really started. Their season was over before the season started. The Bears currently 2-1. Trubisky played one of his best games in his career against his terrible Redskins defense, but even though Trubisky looked good this game, his biggest issue, in my opinion, is he's so inconsistent. he'll have one good game, and then he'll have 14 bad games. So, yeah, just because he had a good game against the Redskins doesn't mean Trubisky's a real deal. He's still very much a terrible quarterback. As for Washington, put in Dwayne Haskins. Case Keenum is terrible. Ain't no one trying to watch Case Keenum. But anyways, that's all I pretty much have for you guys for today. Comment down below your own opinions or your own recap on week 3 of the NFL season. And be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.